Hey guys, how you guys doing today? How are you? Hope you guys can see and hear me okay and stuff. I have literally just like ran on because my son Carlito called me like 5 minutes before showtime. Um and stuff. He's traveling to New York to visit his grandma and easy pass issues and stuff. So I had to make sure I threw some money in the account. You know how it's funny, they always remember to call mom when they need some cash, right? So anyway, glad I got to take care of him right in time for happy hour and stuff. Hope everybody is doing good. I already see people on the chat. How you doing, Robin? I see Norma and I see Karen. How you doing, Burnett? Hey, Lynette, how are you? Hey, Mary Beth, how you guys doing this evening? Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I always look forward to Friday at 8 o'clock because I feel like this is like our time. I always feel that way. So I'm really like I always look forward to these evenings and stuff. So anyway, let me tell you about to this week's topic. Okay, I wanted to talk about the embroidery community, and I'm going to tell you why I was thinking about that. Lately, I got a couple of texts from some of the folks that we got a troller going around, right? Someone is taking pictures of YouTubers and they're going around and they're putting comments out there and they're like saying, stuff about like, hey, there's a giveaway and all that kind of stuff. There is no giveaway, okay? So I'm going to let you guys know up front. There is no giveaway. There's so many scammers out there. There's always going to be one person out there, just one, that's going to try to mess it up for everybody else because that's just how it is, right? So just wanted to let you guys know up front. If you do see that someone has put that comment in there, really appreciate you guys reach out. Let me know so that I can try to shut them down. Okay, so that is, the whole thing with that little troll that we got going around is what really made me think about the embroidery community, right? And there was a couple of times too where I was talking with another YouTuber, right? Where this person, really nice lady, and I think you guys know her. Her channel is Lori from, I think it's Lori Lummaker. She's really, really cool. I love all her videos. She has like this like series of how to do certain things with placemats, right? That's how I discovered her because I saw one of her videos where she was taking a placemat that she got from Walmart and she turned it into a zipper pouch. And she took one and she turned it into a little roll up thing for you to put your tools in. So I thought she was like really, really cool. And then here we have Mello. How you doing, Mello? Making your little debut, I see. So anyway, I really love her channel, and she reached out to me, and she has the baby quilts, right? You know how last week I was talking about the baby heirloom, the heirloom. I keep saying heirloom. Someone did correct me and stuff. Heirloom. The H is silent, I guess. So it's heirloom. So I'm trying to remember how to say it right. So she's got videos that are coming out on that, and she reached out. She's so sweet, and she was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I got this video," and I thought that was like so super sweet, because I would never think someone was trying to copy and all that kind of stuff because we all kind of really do the same thing, right? So I was just telling her, "Hey, do your thing. It doesn't bother me." And she was like, "Oh, you're so nice," and stuff like that, right? But the thing is, it really, talking with Laurie, right? And exchanging some information with her. And then also this person that's going around, trying to scam people and stuff. It made me think about our community, right? And, why certain people do the things that they do and all that kind of stuff. So, I want to start off with that, okay? Why do we do what we do, right? So I want to start with me, with why I do the stuff that I do, because a lot of people, sometimes there's misunderstandings, and sometimes some people just really don't understand, right? It's like, or maybe I'm weird. I could be, Um, to me, I like sewing and I love embroidery. And I think the reason why I enjoyed this craft so much is because it's what I consider my me time. It's time, it's a moment where I can take fabric and take some thread and I can be creative. And it's just me, the materials, and the end product. And when I look at the end product, I feel accomplished in some way. So, I love sewing because I feel like it takes me to a whole other like a zone, like my own little place, right? Where I can you know, just have my me time. But at the same time, not only do I like to sew and I like to do embroidery and all that kind of stuff, I also like to teach and I like to help people. And the thing is, I just sometimes feel like, we have become, a society where, I'm kind of old school. A lot of times people think that I'm young and stuff because they probably sometimes say I have a young face or whatever. But no, I'm up there. I am up there. Um, but the thing is, when I remember growing up, there was a lot of talk about integrity, having good morals, helping other people, and somehow, sometimes I kind of feel that in society today, we may have lost a little bit of that, I feel like people are not as willing to help other people as maybe they were one time in the past. I just feel like sometimes morals and values and stuff, even though, people know what they are, it's not really something that's regularly practiced. So, to me, when I am sewing and I'm embroidering, I'm in my own little world. But the reason why I like having the YouTube channel is because it's my way to give back. Because I just feel that, we all are here, for a limited amount of time on earth. And I feel like we should have a purpose. And, I love what I do at my job. I really do. I like helping people at work, even though sometimes people at my job can get on my nerves, like they can really get on my nerves. But I like the sewing and the embroidery because I feel like it's my space. And I like having the channel because I get to share things that I've done and I get to learn. Not only do I get to teach people, but I learn from the people that I teach as well. For instance, like Miss Banks is one that has taught me a lot. I've talked with her, I think about like 2 or 3 times on the phone, and I have to admit I enjoy the conversations that I have with her because she's such wealth knowledge. I mean, the knowledge that this lady has, and she's always like popping ideas and teaching me different ways to do things and all that kind of stuff. And the embroidery community to me is a community of people that are very, very caring, or I find, my experience in that. And that is something that I really, really enjoy and stuff. So, one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about is some of the benefits that I have come across with, ever since I started learning how to sew and embroider and all that kind of stuff. So, one of the things I want to talk to you about is networking. There's a lot of people that, not everyone has the same type of personality. Some are very, very social, right? Some people have the personality, they can walk into the room and they could come out and say, "Hey, how are you?" Like, "Hi, my name's Jeanette," and make friends very easily. Then you have other folks also that have a personality that is really an introvert, right? Some people are very shy and stuff like that. Well, I can be that way too. It just depends, I guess, on my move. And it also depends how much wine I had. Okay. Because sometimes if I had a lot of wine, you know, I can be very sociable. Because like that time, I'm kind of like, hey, why not? But in the beginning, sometimes I can be a little shy, especially if I'm walking into an environment where, I really don't know anyone at all. Or, I just don't know if I'm going to fit in. Right. So to me, when it comes to the sewing and the embroidery, I just feel that right from the beginning, we have a commonality, right? The commonality is that we all like to sew, we like to do embroidery, and we love our craft. And we're always willing to help and teach each other. Okay. So the networking is really, really awesome, especially I feel like if you're shy. Okay. because there's two ways you could do it. Okay. Sometimes you can go to a local sewing shop, and sometimes they have little quilting clubs, or they have embroidery clubs where they do either machine embroidery or they do hand embroidery. And those are really neat places to go because you get to meet other people that have that same interest. And one of the things that is really funny, I remember once someone told me, "Oh, you like knowing how to craft and do that kind of stuff." And they mentioned that they knew someone that also knew that liked that area too. Well, they made the comment say, "Oh, well, you wouldn't have liked the person because the person would have said, 'Oh, I know a better way to do it.'" So I didn't respond, but I'm gonna be honest. What went through my mind was I would have loved to have met that person because as sewers and quilters and crafters, we love looking at different ways of doing things. There's always more than one way to hoop a fabric. There's always more than one way to create a design on your embroidery software. There's always more than one way to put heat vinyl transfer on a shirt or do sublimation. There's so many neat tricks and stuff like that. And I just feel that as crafters, we exchange that information. We like to watch each other and see how we do things. And then, we can say, "Oh, I know how to do that too, but this is how I do it." So, the networking, I mean, I guess what it is if you're not familiar with how creative people kind of like think and stuff like that, then it's kind of like I hope I'm making sense to you guys. I really hope I am. But it's like I just feel that, when you are a crafter or a creator, one of the things that you really love to do is surround yourself with other crafters and creators because you feed off of each other. Okay. So networking is really a great benefit, I feel, that is in our embroidery community. Another thing that I really love is the encouragement too, that I find that people give one another. Okay. One of the things that I really get excited about is on Facebook when I see someone posted their very first embroidery project. Sometimes, you could see some puckering. Sometimes you can see that there is some maybe a little bit of tension issue here and there, but it's their first project. And it's such a sense of accomplishment when you do that. Okay. And to me, I just love it when I see everybody's comments in there and everybody's like, "Good job, you did great." Because what it is it's really great to help people build their self-esteem and build their self-confidence. We all improve with time. So the first project is never going to come out absolutely perfect. But just to know that you started it and you did it to the end, that to me is a big accomplishment. And as time goes on, you're going to learn how to hoop your fabrics better. You're going to learn how to adjust the tension on your machine. You're going to learn about the different colors and what colors look better with other colors. You're also going to learn about the different types of designs that are very dense. You're going to learn about applique. You're going to learn about stretch embroidery. You're going to learn about the 3D puff embroidery, when to use it, what not to use it, what are the best shirts to use with what stabilizer. Should you use cutaway? Should you use tearaway? Should you use 40 weight thread? Should you use 60 weight thread? What size needle should you use? All of that comes in time and it comes with experience. And that is one of the things that the information that you end up retaining when you start to do your thing and you start networking and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it all comes together and we all learn from each other. So that is one of the things that I truly, truly love about the community that we have and stuff. The knowledge is so much knowledge out there. Okay. And I think that is like so cool that everybody always works together and always tries to share. Now, we have different types of folks in our community too. And the reason, because people have different reasons as to why they do what they do. we do have some folks that they actually do embroidering and sewing as a living, right? So, when it's your bread and butter, right? And that's how you actually pay your mortgage, and that's how you actually support your family and stuff like that. Your goals are pretty different than someone who is kind of like me in a way. I do sell my items and stuff, and I do sell for a profit, and I do take the profit and I use it to help fund my son's college, his dorm and everything like that. But the thing is, if the money's not there, it's not a big deal. It's going to be okay. It just means we're going to be a little tight. That's it. But it's fine. It's fine. Nobody's going to be homeless or anything like that. But you do have some folks that are out there, this is their bread and butter. So sometimes when it is your bread and butter, they don't mind sharing information, but there's just certain things that they're going to share to a certain limit. They're not going to be so super open because, of course, this is like you said, like I was telling you, it's their bread and butter. But some people, it's okay. Some people don't mind, some people do. So it's different personalities. Um, Also, the way I see it though is this market is so huge. And I just look at it as there's enough for everybody. There really is. There's you don't just have to go and sell on not everybody has to sell off of Etsy. Everyone can, people can do their own shops. People can do eBay. People can do all types of things. Some people sell locally. Some people focus on organizations to sell for them. So to me, it's like it's such a big marketplace that to me it doesn't matter, but to some it may. So it's just something. So the other thing too that I wanted to talk about was, there is job opportunities in this type of field. So like I was saying, to some people it's their bread and butter. To others, it's just a little hustle on the side. Like for me, it's just a hustle on the side. It's just for me to make extra money to help support what I like doing. And also, if I make a little extra, then it's something that I can help, support Carlito while he's going to VCU doing his thing. You know. Um, the other thing also that I wanted to talk about was health benefits. Um, Nobody ever really thinks about the health side of embroidering and sewing. There are so many things, like I've read articles about it, that it's really good to for your mind, when you're sewing, because you're so focused and stuff. So it helps with concentration. It helps with coordinating, staying focused. It helps relieve stress. That's another thing too. Which to me it helps me a lot because when I come here and I'm actually in this room, this is like what I consider my very, very happy place. So when I'm sewing and I'm embroidering and I'm making something, I'm not thinking about the job. I'm not thinking about anything else. All I'm thinking about is me, the fabric that I have in front of me, the thread, and just making whatever garment I'm trying to make. So it's actually like very therapeutic. I hope I said that word right. But it's just something that a lot of people, seem to not think about. But it actually is. It's a very healthy craft. Now, there's some cons to this healthy craft, and that's the pocketbook, okay? Because it can get expensive, all right? Um, you know, thread costs money, needles cost money, machines cost money, fabric costs money, everything costs money, okay? So thank goodness for the coupons, all right? Which is why I always, whenever I show you guys stuff, I always try to tell you guys, hey, there's coupons out there, and I will show you something. And sometimes they have an Amazon, but I always emphasize sometimes Amazon doesn't have the best price, okay? So please shop around. Try to always make sure you get the best bang for your buck. Use your coupons from Joann's. If you're military, if you're retired military, um, use that military card. My husband's retired military, so everywhere I go, okay, dinner, Joann's, Michael's, I'm always like, hey, got military discount. If you're a teacher or something like that, you can discount too. So to me, it's like, just use your coupons and stuff like that. So that's to me like the only downside of this whole embroidery sewing thing, okay, is the pocketbook. That's the only thing. So I also wanted to talk to you guys about the communities, the type of communities that are out there, okay, for you guys to consider. Um, we got YouTube. YouTube got some great channels. I love Baby Booty, Eve. I like watching Lori Lummaker. I love watching her channel too. She has a ton of them and stuff. Um, Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini, love her channel too. I mean, there's so many channels out there that you can, just go through. And a lot of times, usually, it's really the personality of the person, right? That's really kind of like what you grab. It's like, oh, this person's interesting, or sometimes you'll like someone that kind of, talks off the cuff or whatever, or somebody like me who sometimes gets English and Spanish all mixed up. But the thing is YouTube has a lot of channels out there with a lot of people out there that really love their craft and just teach things. So that is one community you can always embrace. The other ones are Facebook groups. There's lots of Facebook groups out there, okay? There really is. Just go out there and join them. I have mine, which is Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures. I know Lori has one, Sewing and Enthusiast. She has that one. Eve has the Hoop Group. She has that one. And Eve's been doing rhinestones lately. And I gotta tell you, I was watching her last Sunday and she did like this Hello Summer shirt. And now I'm starting to get addicted to the rhinestones. I haven't touched in that area yet, but I'm like, oh, that looked nice. And when she was doing the rhinestones, all I kept thinking was she did it on a shirt. But what went through my mind was jean jacket. That would look beautiful on a jean jacket. But anyway, I'm getting off track. But like I said, Facebook groups, there's so many out there, okay? The only thing is be very careful too who you interact with. You want to make sure that you're really interacting with someone genuine. Unfortunately, like I said, there's always somebody out there that is trying to make, life miserable for everybody. So there is a lot of scammers out there, so be smart, okay? I always like to when I get stuff digitized, I always make sure that I am dealing with legit digitizers. There's a lot of people out there that they do a lot of copyright. They take other people's designs and they sell them. I always try to make sure that I am actually buying from sites that I know for a fact that they're not, selling copyrighted material and stuff like that. The other thing too that I really want to start getting into right now, I didn't because of the COVID thing, right? But I know Miss Banks had told me about a sewing group that is in Woodbridge, Virginia. I want to go there so bad, and I think I'm going to start reaching out with them because I think things are just probably a little better. I'll just go and I'll just wear my mask and stuff. But I really would love to go to a weekly sewing or quilting group because one of the things that I keep thinking is if I learned so much by just talking to her 3 times on the phone, I can only imagine the wealth of information I would get by sitting in a room with a bunch of folks that are all into sewing and embroidery. I mean, they will probably teach me the best secrets of cutting fabric, how to fold the fabric, how to actually position myself maybe in front of a sewing machine. Because I'm sure that I'm probably not sitting straight. And I bet you, now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm thinking out loud while I'm talking to you guys, I bet you there is probably a particular way you should be sitting in front of that sewing machine. And maybe that's why sometimes I don't sew straight because it could be that maybe I'm like slunging a little bit and when I'm holding the fabric, I'm not exactly like straight like I should be. Maybe my posture is not correct. So it's just something that I'm thinking about. And one of the things that my sister was talking a lot about was the long arm machine for the quilting. And I know those take space. So there's just no way I'm going to be able to have one of those, okay? Unless we're gonna have to move it to a bigger house. But I really want to, there's just so much learning to do. There really, really is. And to meet other people within your local area that share that love of sewing and embroidering and crafting, I think that is like so cool because you get to like make friendships and all that kind of stuff. Now, I am going to tell you there is a downside, and I don't know if what's happening to me is probably a change of life thing or something. But before I really got into sewing and embroidery, I used to go to wineries a lot because in the state of Virginia, especially where I live in Haymarket, I'm kind of like my home is like right in the middle of like a whole bunch of wineries. So, there's wineries everywhere around me. And I used to always go there. That used to be like my weekend thing. That used to be like, on Saturdays, I would just go to a brand new winery and I would just sit there and have some wine and cheese and stuff and hang out with friends. Well, I have to admit, since getting into my embroidering and my sewing, um, that has not been the interest. The interest for me has been I just want to be in my room, In a way it's good and in a way it's bad. Okay. Some of my girlfriends come on and say, you need to get out of that room. You're always in that room because they don't really see me like they used to. But I think it's just because my interest has changed a little bit. I think that's what it is. And I noticed that when I hook up with my friends that are into sewing and embroidering, when I go visit them, what we do is we're hanging out in their sewing room. And when they come visit me, we're hanging out in here. So so I think it's just a shift of interest that happened in my life and stuff. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is craft shows. Okay. We have some craft shows that are coming up. So I live in the state of Virginia. And a lot of things that I like to do is I always like to Google and see if there's any type of craft shows or anything that's coming around that's by me. And I was able to find actually three. Okay. In Fredericksburg, Virginia, they have, let me see, I'm looking at it right now. It's called, what is it? Craft Show Countdown to Christmas. So I think what's happening is this is a craft show where people are going to be creating a whole bunch of different stuff for Christmas, and they're doing it in the month of July. So I was looking and it said Fredericksburg, Virginia, which Fredericksburg, Virginia is not really that far from me. I think it's about maybe an hour and a half or something like that. And I was thinking that would be really cool to make a trip out there just to browse. And when I looked at it, I think the tickets were like $6.50 or $7 just to get it. So I was like, that's not a bad price to drive out there, spend the day and look around and see what is it that people are really putting out there. Because one of the things that I was thinking was when you go to these craft shows and look around, if you have like a craft show coming up locally in your area, go out there and visit. Because what will happen, oh, thank you so much for this. Oh, thank you, Lori, for the super chat. Um, thank you so much for this shout out. Oh, thank you, Lori. You know what? I learned a lot from you too. Okay. Because of you, I've been sewing a lot of those placement patch projects and stuff. So one of the things, go to these craft shows. These craft shows, you can learn so much. There's so much you can see out there, right? Because what'll happen is like you can get ideas, okay? And this is the other thing too, me and Lori were talking about that because she saw like I was telling you guys, I did the heirloom blankets, the heirloom blankets, and she wanted to do one too, and I was like, do it. Everyone has their own creative way of doing things. Everybody, okay? So it's like you could take one simple thing, like for instance, um, you know, this, right? Embroidering a baseball, right? I did Cardito's birth stats. Embroider a baseball. Just because I did a video doesn't mean you can't do it. Do one. Do one. Do it different. Use different colored thread or put a school's name on it. Put your children's name on it. Do the team name on it. You know what you could do too? A family baseball. You can put mom and dad, the date they got married. Remember how I did the heirloom blanket for my mom for Christmas, and I put her getting married. Put all the grandkids on a baseball and stuff like that. There's, everyone has their own personal touch. So get the ideas, take the ideas and stuff, and all you gotta do is just put your little magic in it, and it's good. And so to me, I look at it like, go to these craft shows, see what other people are doing. Are they doing wreaths? Are they doing stockings? If they're doing stockings, how are they doing their stockings? Do they seem to be selling well? I mean, is it like a particular font, or is it a particular material that they're using or something like that? And then you can get ideas, and then you can take those ideas, massage it a little bit, put your own little magic in there, and do your thing, and stuff. Because that is one of the things that I really like about our community, is that we share. I mean, why not? I mean, that's how I see it. I don't know. And stuff. So the other thing is, I wanted to tell you guys, they have an embroidery trade show coming up. Now, I looked up embroidery trade show on Google, and I recommend you guys do that. This is a trade show that seems to travel. I think they were in Tennessee, and then now they're going to be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And they're going to be there in the month of September, September 22nd to the 24th. Okay. Now, the embroidery trade show, when I looked at it, if I remember correctly, and I believe I am correct, that Lisa Shaw is going to be there. And she's the one that she has a YouTube channel also, and she teaches about embrilliance, it, in Brilliance Essentials, how to use the software and all that kind of stuff. She teaches a lot of that. And I believe she's going to be at that show too. So I would say double check on that website to make sure that you see her and all that kind of stuff, that you see her name and all that, if that's where you want to go. So that is something that I kind of have. Maybe I'll go, because South Carolina is a little further. I do have family there, so I could probably crash with them. I don't, but they're not in Myrtle Beach. They're in Columbia, South Carolina. But I don't know how far Myrtle Beach and Columbia is. I'll have to check that out. The other one, there's an expo called the Original Sewing and Quilting Expo that's going to be in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Now, that one I'm definitely going to be going to, and that's going to be September 28th to the 30th. Now, when I'm talking about embroidery community, right? These craft shows and these expos are really great to go. Now, the only thing that I say about this though is, you might be spending some money. Okay, so I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm leaving the plastic at home. I'm just going to go with cash. And I'm going to give myself a budget, and I'll probably say, okay, here's 2 or 300. That's all you can spend, okay? And once the money's gone, it's gone, okay? Because you can kind of go crazy, okay? Because I know that this is probably places where you go and they have everything under the sun. And when you go into a sewing shop, which I know I have this problem, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably feel me as well. You go into like a sewing shop, you see all this fabric, and all you see are these stars. And then you're like, oh, I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and I want that. But you know what's so funny is, you want all this fabric, but then at the same time, at your end, you haven't even decided what you're going to do with those fabrics, okay? Which is why I always say, if you don't know what you're going to do with the fabric, you buy half a yard. You don't buy a yard, just buy half, because you had to have it. So now you got it. And I think half a yard should be okay, for a small project or something like that. So, instead of doing something, real big and stuff. Unless you know for sure that you want to do a shirt, or you want to do a bag and stuff like that, then I would say you go ahead and splurge and get that yard or 2 yards or whatever it is that you need and stuff like that. So, craft shows are really a good thing to do. So let me see. I wanted to make sure that I covered everything about embroidery community. Now, there is one thing also. There's a couple of things that I mentioned that that I don't think I mentioned before. It provides a sense of purpose. Okay. Hold on 1 minute. I am doing my show now. Ugh. Talk to you later. Sorry about that. It's my girlfriend. Okay. She must have forgot about my Friday happy hour. Okay. Because she keeps texting and stuff, and then I'm gonna keep hearing the thing. The thing that I like about the sewing and the embroidery is sometimes it does provide you a sense of purpose. And what I mean by that is your individuality is kind of valued. Not that is kind of valued, it is valued. What I like about when you're sewing and you're embroidering is you're making something very unique, something that no one else did. It was done with your own hands. Because of that, when you gift it to someone, it is extremely, extremely, extremely special. It is something that it's not, it can't be store bought. Anybody can go into Macy's and anybody can go into Walmart or Target and pick out a blouse or a bag or something like that, put it in a box in a gift bag and then give it. But when you actually take fabric and yarn and thread and whatever, and you actually make something for someone, is a different meaning to it. And it's something that is really, really, really special. And I know that the people that are into crafting and embroidery, you guys know this. You guys are aware of that. So, it kind of gives you that sense of purpose, when you're doing embroidery and sewing. The other thing is you do get to meet new friends, and you meet them when you join these groups and all that kind of stuff with you have similar interests and stuff. So, it also improves your social skills as well. I know sometimes I feel like I could use some improvement in my social skills. Um, like I don't have a poker face. That is something that a lot of people at my job always tell me. Okay. Because I could sit in a meeting and if someone's giving me crap, okay, or telling a story, you could see it in my face. And you could read my face. So I can never play poker. Okay. I mean, people that work for me, that work with me, always laugh because it's like your face, because when somebody tells me something, I'll give them that face like, my mouth twists. You can just tell. So, it does improve your social skills. And the other thing too is I'm one of those real blunt. So I don't know. So to me, it's like, but with sewing, I don't know. I don't feel it's different at work. At work, I feel like I don't know. There's a lot more pressure. With sewing, it's different. It's creative. So even mistakes, to me, I don't know. It's like you may know it's a mistake, but the other person may look at that mistake as unique in some way. I don't know. I'm sure that you guys that do sewing and embroidery know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a uniqueness. It's just a uniqueness. You just can't get that anywhere else and stuff. The thing also with the sewing and the embroidery is that it does build your self-esteem and it does build your confidence as well. You know, at first you're kind of like, oh, as time goes on and you get better and stuff like that, your self-esteem really does grow. And the sewing community and the embroidery community, they really are so encouraging to each other. And I love that. I truly, truly, truly love that and stuff. And to be honest, the last thing I had put on my sheet is to have fun with it. I mean, that is one thing about sewing and embroidery. It's fun. And Susie from the quilt shop Susie's quilt shop in here in Manassas, Virginia. I remember one thing she said to me, which really stuck out, right? Is one day I was buying fabric and I was telling her that sometimes, I don't cut straight and, and sometimes I don't sew straight. So, and sometimes the project doesn't come out the way I want. And she was like, it's just fabric. So you get more fabric, buy more fabric. It's just fabric. So that's one of the things that I kind of like about sewing and embroidery is just everything becomes unique and there, even though when you make mistakes, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, and stuff. Now I will tell you though, I do have like a shirt. I created a shirt for myself, and it was my very first shirt, and I did it with the serger. And I remember wearing it the first couple of days. I kind of had this fear that the shirt was going to fall apart while I was wearing it. I kind of thought that, maybe the seam would come out, and then the sleeve would fall off or something. But nope, the shirt's still intact. It's been through a couple of washes and I'm good. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just kind of like, I love the embroidery and the sewing community. I truly, truly, truly love it. I really, really do and stuff. So I'm gonna go down the chat, guys, and see what you guys want to share. I see Robin and Norma. Hey Karen, how are you? Hey Miss Walker, how you doing? Hey Bernadette. And you know what? I want to show you guys also. I have it packaged up, but let me open this. I need to show you this, my finished product. I embroidered for my boss her quilt. Remember I was telling you guys about that I was doing a quilt? I can always fold it up again. I want to show you while he's sleeping, because you can see Mello sleeping back here. See? I always has this fear that when I open a quilt that he's going to jump on it or something. But let me show you the finished product. That's the other thing that I love about the quilting. You get to do, what is it? Show off time, or I don't know. What do you guys call it? Show your projects time or something. Let me show you what it is. I know she doesn't watch the channel, so I know she's not going to see this. But let me show it to you. It has United States Air Force. It has her name. She's going to be leaving. This is our symbol. And we always say it was either comply now or you get 0 approval. These are all the sections that she's in charge of. Okay. This is registration, FOIA, Section 508, information collections, interoperability, task management, tasker. We got records management. We got privacy, metrics, and Clinic Coenac. So this is her blanket that I made. And I know she's going to love it. Because like I was saying before, the stuff that we make is very, 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 very unique. That is why I love doing what I do, because you're not going to find that in Macy's. You're not going to find that anywhere. It's unique. It's something that is so super personalized to her. So, that's one of the things that I really, really love. And I know that is why a lot of people love doing what they do, because when you are creating something, it is just like, I don't know. It's like it's just something that no one else can replicate because it's yours. It was made with your hands. So I know she's gonna love that. I did finish the video on how to do the corners on the side, so I have to just post that in there. Y'all know my videos are raw. I don't do the fancy editing or anything like that. I gotta get smart on that, but yeah, it's about giving you guys the information, so that way in case you want to make a blanket like that, you guys can do it too. And I show you guys how I actually aligned the the sides and stuff. And let me tell you, that concept that I just did with that blanket, you can do the same thing like with the blanket that I made for my mom, where I did the family heirloom. You can do mom and dad the day they got married, and then all around the corner of that blanket you could put the names of all the kids, the grandkids, great grandkids, pets, whatever. Put all the names on the blanket and stuff, and you can align it right on the trim of the blanket. That would look cute. So just another idea, and stuff, because Christmas is gonna come before you know it. I mean, we're already in July. So Christmas is, will be right around the corner before you know it. That would make a great Christmas gift. So just something to think about and stuff. Let's see. Hey, Miss Taylor, how are you? Hey, Iris, how you doing? Hey, and custom made. How you doing, Barbara? It's been a while since you've been on. Hey, Judy. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Leslie. I see Shirley, Iris. Hey, Amy. Hey, Judy. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. We had rain earlier, but it's nice. It's humid here, Judy. I'm telling you. We had rain earlier too, but now it's like super humid and stuff. Iris. Oh, she's got lots of rain and thunder. Hey, Marlene. How you doing? Got the Heirloom blankets. Thank you. You sent. Oh, great. Fast shipping. They're beautiful. Thank you for the grace. Oh, you're welcome, Karen. Anytime. I appreciate, I'm glad that you got them and you like them and everything. Agree. I feel the same way. Kind of therapy for me, Lynette. Yes, and I do. I feel it is because it's my alone time when I'm in this room. Honestly, it really is. And I have to put the camera on more often when I'm doing it because sometimes I'll be doing something and then when I'm finished making, I'm like, oh, I should have videotaped that because I could have shared that, and stuff. So yeah, but this is very therapeutic. I just love doing it. I really do. And I don't mind teaching people and I don't mind sharing information. I really don't. It doesn't bother me at all. So, seriously, guys, if you guys see something or you want to know where I got something from or something, just ask me. I'm very, very open. I don't mind, and I will even tell you guys how you can get it cheaper if you want. Okay. Just like, like I told you guys about the Heirloom blankets. Okay. I do buy them by the bulk. Okay. That's the only thing. You got to buy them by the bulk, you know, um, and stuff. But I go to DHgate, yeah, dhgate.com. And I go there because I find them cheaper than if you were to go to AliExpress or any of the other ones. Because what they do is they give you a cheaper price, but then at the same time, you got to pay all this money for shipping. And when I did the calculations, it was more expensive from getting it from those other wholesalers than if I got it from dhgate.com. Because there I get, I'm paying what I actually see on the site. So, and sometimes you could buy as little as the most smallest amount that I found that you could buy, I believe is 50. But if you look around a little bit, maybe you could get something for like maybe 25 blankets or something like that. But yeah, but like I said, if you guys see anything that I do and you're like, hey Jeanette, where did you get that? Or whatever, just hit me up. I don't have a problem sharing anything. Don't I'm good with that. It doesn't bother me. Okay. Um, let's see about the morale since yeah, Karen, times have changed. Times changed a lot. They really have. But this society's changed a lot too. This camera's everywhere. And that is one of the things that I tell my son is, back in the day when you did something embarrassing or something, or you made a mistake, the only person that knew about the mistake was the people that saw it. Unfortunately, we live in a society now where something happens and if it's caught on camera, it's out there for the world to see forever. So I'm telling you, it could be we could have conversations about these things forever. Times have really, really changed. So to me, is one of the things that I tell my son is you just have to be smarter now. I feel because mistakes now can last longer than in the past. You could have a moment in the past and then you just get over it and you can just move on. But now things are different. And I just feel that things are, I don't know, it's just very, very different, and stuff. So yeah. And you just gotta be careful too, I feel sometimes with certain people you interact with and stuff. Like I will tell you, even in our sewing community, right? Sometimes you could, you can meet people where you're kind of like, ooh, okay, you like that. Okay. So, but usually what I'll do is I'll just be like, okay, just stay away, but that's just me. I even do that with like people that I work with, stuff like that. If I see that, it's kind of like, ooh, okay. I just prefer to stay away. I don't like being around negative people. I really don't. I like being around people that are very positive, very like goal focused, strategize. Um, and I like it when I see that people help other people. I feel that that is such a good quality. So those are the type of people that I like to surround myself with. When I see that people are kind of like selfish, um, or they don't help people, or very negative thinking, they're always focusing on what they don't have instead of focusing and being grateful for what they do have. And they're not thinking like, okay, this is what I want. So I'm going to do a vision board. I'm going to work for it and stuff. It's it's just different. I don't know. I think some of you guys know what I mean or what I'm trying to say, you know. um hey Jill, how are you? Oh no, I told the storm not to go to your house, Iris. Hey Jill, hi everyone. I already clicked the button because we all know how much we love Jeanette and what she has to share. Oh, thank you, Jill. That's so sweet. Miss Banks on this chat, love to meet her. Oh, I have never met Miss Banks in person, and I would love to one day meet her. That's why, but I know with the pandemic and everything and stuff, but I am gonna reach out to her one day, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I know you told me about that sewing group in Woodbridge. When are you gonna go? Because I would love to. I mean, she's the most awesome person, and she sent me gifts. Like she made this for me, and I think I showed you this before, and she also did the threading for me because I was doing it for the long time. I don't know how she did it so fast. She just sent me the whole package. She's like, here you go. I mean, awesome lady, um yeah, I would love to meet her in person and stuff. And Justin, the guy that maintains my machine, he maintains her machines too. So yeah. But I have to admit, I've met like the most awesome people since I started this channel, and I have like been like starstruck, because like I was starstruck when I first talked to Lori, and she's on here too, Lori Lummaker. I used to watch her channel all the time, right? And then when I created my channel, and then I remember when she called me, I was like, oh my God. And then when I hung up, I was like, oh my God, I talked to Lori on the phone. I was like, oh my God. And then I remember the first time in the chat when E from the Baby Booty showed up on the chat. And I was like, that's E. I was just like, oh my God. It's like meeting movie stars. And these are people that, these are two ladies that I have like, looked up to because I just love the videos and I love how they share how to do things and stuff. And, I was just like, oh my God. So if I ever met them in person, I would be like, oh my God, like, wow. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, I've met so many awesome people, and I really love it. That's why I kind of really truly love the community that we have, because I feel like everyone is so good-hearted, and it's like they just want to help each other out, to succeed. And I just think that's awesome. I really truly think it's awesome, and I just hope it stays that way forever. Because if that's the case, I would probably never leave my room unless I got to like meet some of you guys in person. That I would be like, oh my God, yeah, I'm there. I'll get in my car. I'll be like, gotta charge up my Tesla. I'm gone. I'll meet you there, and stuff. So yeah, but let's see. Everybody's talking about them, and it's a crying shame we have lost so much of that. Yeah, it is. It really is. Let me see. I appreciate your help. Made a computer and accessory case for friends. Oh, awesome. Daughter college graduation. She loved it. Karen, that's so awesome. Yeah, embroidering laptop cases, especially like, when you have kids that are going to college or something like that. Sometimes usually that's what they get for like, you're starting off college. We're gonna get you a new laptop, right? So you can go to school and stuff. You can embroider a laptop case, and you don't even have to just embroider. If you have a Cricut, put heat vinyl transfer on the laptop case. I see people do that. Okay, it doesn't have to be embroidery. You can do, if you have heat vinyl transfer, just put it on the laptop case. Just do that. So you can personalize laptop. That is a big thing, especially for college graduates and stuff. And I did, like, for Winston, that's across the street from me, that he's going to VCU next year, and I did that laundry bag, and I embroidered it. Well, if you don't want to embroider the laundry bag, do heat vinyl transfer on a laundry bag too. I mean, they're just as good. I mean, everybody does love embroidery more, of course, because it is more long lasting, I think. But the heat vinyl transfer just as good too. So just an idea out there. It doesn't have to be embroidery and stuff. Um, doesn't have some sort. I don't understand how someone doesn't have some sort of hobby. Angela, you'd be surprised. I love having my hobby. I will, because if not, I would be bored and I would drive my husband crazy. Okay. He has his little hobby. His hobby is he loves to sit in the backyard and, have his cigar and try different whiskeys and even hang out with his friends and stuff. They like to talk about army, military times, right? I didn't serve in the military, so I don't know anything about jumping out of planes, sleeping in the desert, or any of that stuff. I met them afterwards, okay? But they like to sit around. They like to talk about all their military days and all that kind of stuff and everything. So that's kind of his thing, Me, it's my sewing. If it wasn't for this, I don't know what I would do. I would probably even drive Mellow crazy, because I would probably be bothering him all the time, because believe it or not, I can do that. Okay. There have been times when I bothered this dog so much where he has actually looked at me and just walked out of the room. Like, leave me alone. Don't follow me, which I'm kind of like, oh, okay, So yeah, my sewing and my embroidery is my space, and stuff. So, but you'd be surprised. Some people don't have hobbies and stuff. Wine makes you feel fine. Hey, Jude. Yes, it does. But wine can also make your straight stitches come out a little crooked. And what's so funny too is you may think you're sewing straight, but then when you wake up the next morning, you find out that straight stitch ain't that straight. And stuff. Hey, Eartha, how you doing? Hey, Johanna. Hey, Lori. How you doing, girl? Um, we are always learning. There is no shame in that. Yes, Iris, that is true. I mean, learning is something that you're going to be doing to the very end and stuff. And I have to admit, I love it, and especially meeting other people that are sewing and also embroidery. There's just so many different ways to do things. To me, there is no one way, and sometimes you could have a project that you're trying to work on and you think it's like you don't understand it, or you think it's impossible, and then you'll meet somebody, they'll go, oh no, there's a way you can just cut a little snip here, or just you know um undo this thread here and you can hoop it this way and stuff, and you'll be surprised. I mean, the things that you could learn from people, and stuff. So I mean, it's always a learning process and stuff. Love to watch your sister YouTube channel. Hey, Worthy. Yes, Nancy, my sister, started her YouTube channel and she's doing pretty good at it and stuff. But I mean, her thing though is she's kind of lucky because she's got her husband Harvey, and he does a lot of the editing for her, and he's pretty good at it. I actually like the way he does things. My videos are more scrambled, which is why I tell people it's raw. Okay, I could be creating something, and if if it's a mess, I leave it in there. I go, okay, So now we know we don't do it that way because this is what happens. I just leave the videos raw because I mean, to me, I look at it as it's who I am. That's that's it, you know. I just kind of prefer it that way. I'm not gonna do all this editing, fancy stuff and everything. Now, lately I have been speeding up the little sections where the machine is embroidering because sometimes I'm like, okay, we don't want to sit there for a whole 40 minutes and watch the whole thing draw out. So I'll put the music on it and stuff, and then I'll speed it up just so you guys can see how quickly, how the actual machine does this stuff. So I try to like fast forward those portions, but I don't mind talking and stuff and showing you guys what I'm doing. And even if I mess up in the video, then I'll just leave it in there because, like I said, that's how you learn too. So I don't mind doing it and stuff. But Nancy's videos have been getting better and better. And I hope she keeps it up and I hope she doesn't quit. Um, and I also want to say thank you guys for subscribing to Juanita's The Crafty Puerto Ricans video. I don't know if she's aware that she finally hit the 1,000 mark of videos, and I hope she has her watch hours because to get your channel monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on your channel. So she finally hit the 1,000 because I had looked at her channel and I saw she was only like 8 subscribers shy. So that's why I had posted it on the group because I was like, oh God, that would be like so cool to get her to that 1,000 mark so that, she can do her thing and stuff. Cause, I don't want people quitting and stuff like that. Like the same thing, like when Nancy, she was like, oh, I only got like 400 subscribers. And I'm like, don't worry about that. Just do your thing. Just do your thing, have fun, and it's all gonna fall into place. It's for remember, everybody that's had a YouTube channel, we all started with one subscriber. We all did. We all started with one subscriber. And you can't really compare your numbers with other people. Some people have been doing it for a very, very long time. Some people, it's just different. Okay, so don't compare yourself with anybody. Just do your thing. Do you have fun with it? It's something that you're doing for yourself, and if things fall in line, that they'll fall in line. That's how I see it, and stuff. So, and I'm sure Nancy's channel, I could see, is gonna grow. So I know her channel is gonna grow a lot and stuff. And I think she's a better communicator than me too, because if you notice, she doesn't really stutter or anything. Or could it be that she's doing so many takes? I don't know. Okay. But with me, I'm just like, I just say what I gotta say, and it is what it is. So I don't know. You're making plenty of sense. I'm on your page. Hey, Miss Taylor, how you doing? Hey, Iris, that's the best part. You know a better way to do something? Please share. Yes, and always, there's, and you know what? Sometimes it's really, really good when you know more than one way to do things. You know, I mean, it really is because then you can switch it up. You never know. Right now, I'm having trouble with my 1050, the PR 1050, not threading. Have to do it manually. Marlene, that means that your needle threader is either bent, and I do have there's a gentleman on YouTube that has a channel on how to change up your needle threader. And you know what I'll do? I will link his YouTube video. I will link it on the Facebook page, okay? And stuff because I know you have the PR 1050. I have the PR 1055. I know Lori has the PR 1055 also. And when that thing bends, you have to, well, you don't have to, but my thing was I was thinking, great, now I got to take it out and I got to go get it serviced to get a new needle threader in there. Very, 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 very easy to change. I'm telling you, when I saw this guy's video, he did it step by step. And one thing that I'm gonna say, Marlene, is that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to replace it. I will link that video so you could see and get your microfine glass just to make sure that it is your needle threader, because it could be that the needle threader is not going into the eye of the needle. And if that's the case, that means you have to replace that little piece that's in there. And when you see the video, it's going to make sense to you. And watch the video and do it yourself. It will save you about $200 or $300. And what I recommend you do is when you buy the replacement of the needle threader, make sure you buy several of them, keep them in stock. I kind of went a little overboard and I kind of bought like 8 of them because during Christmas time, I couldn't afford to be without the needle threader. But buy replacement parts for your machine and learn how to fix it. The 1050, I will put that video in there. I tried to remake the video that he made, but you know what? I'm not even going to go there. That guy did such an excellent job in showing folks how to change that needle threader that I'm like, it's not even necessary to remake that needle. Give him the views. I mean, that guy did a fantastic job. I will make sure I find that and put that on the Facebook page so that all of us can look at it, especially those that have the Brother multi-needle machines. Big help. Big help. I'm telling you, he saved me so much money. So that's what's going on. And that's why believe me, and I've been there where you have to manually thread 10 needles. That's not fun. It takes you a long time and stuff. So my problem is learning the needles and the thread weights. Okay, Porla, you have to shoot. How can I say? Okay, I did a couple of videos on the needles and on the thread weights. Okay, this is the easy way to remember. Porta, thread weights, 40 weight thread. Thread, 40 weight for any type of embroidery, except if you are embroidering very small fonts. If you are going to embroider fonts that are less than half an inch, okay, then you want to use 60 weight thread. Okay. Now, when it comes to the size of the needle, if you are going to embroider any small fonts, of course, you're going to use 60 weight thread. You're going to use 65/9 size needle. For 40 weight thread, you could use a 75/11. If you're using sketchy fabric, clothes like this, stretchy, okay, clothes that you're going to wear, you want ballpoint needles. If the fabric that you're using is not stretchy, you want sharp needles. Okay, hope that helps a little bit. The other thing that I could tell you is, and I've mentioned these before, do a Google this. Fabrics 101. This is going to tell you the thread and the needle and the cutaway, the stabilizer. Very, very good article. Just Google Fabrics 101 Stabilizer Design and Guide. That will help you. So I hope that helps a little bit, Portia. And it's all going to make sense to you. In time, it'll all make sense to you and stuff. See, you wonderful asset. Oh, thank you, Amy. Appreciate that. 3 years in, and I don't think I know as much because there's so much. There is, Miss Holmes. There is so much. But and you're always going to be learning. And this is the other thing too. In the world of sewing and embroidery, you're always going to be you're going to always continue to learn because there's always different ways to do things, and there's always new products that are coming out also. Different types of thread, different types of needles, different types of machines with different functionality. There's always going to be something out there that you're going to be learning. So, I mean, I just say embrace it and have fun with it. That's all. YouTube channel today, candle thread. Let's see, saw that. Okay, hi from Florida. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Hey, Jill. Downpour. Ooh, it must be raining in a lot of places and stuff. Hey, Mary Beth, how are you? Oh, she's in Oklahoma, hot and dry. Hey, John. I'm always using my military discount. Yep. I'm telling you, I carry that card. It's right next to my driver's license. Or estate sales. I've gotten so much material. You know what, Lynette? That is a really good idea. And you know what? I've also have heard that people have gone not just estate sales to get fabric. Use go to Salvation Army. A lot of times people buy curtains, because curtains is usually thicker fabric. Okay. And you can use that for pocketbooks, bags, wallets, and stuff like that. You don't have to go and buy brand new fabric. Sometimes you can get bed sheets, you can, bedding and stuff like that. And you can use that as fabric and stuff. So, I no longer watch regular TV. I'm hooked on YouTube. You know what, Iris? Me too. I have not watched regular TV in a in a long time. I love watching YouTube because in YouTube you could just search for what your interests are and then you could just watch it and it's just small little skits and stuff, you know. So yeah, I've been the same. I have not really watched regular TV. Rhinestone Sutton. Yep. What is the name of her YouTube channel? The Baby Booty. That's from the E from the Baby Booty. She's been doing rhinestone shirts and it looks like nice. They come out really, really nice. I was like, oh, she did it last Sunday. And I was like, oh, that looked rich. I was like, oh my God, I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I was like, oh, I wanted to take a jean jacket and just do that and stuff. But I have to go back and watch some of her videos because I'm sure she probably showed how to actually do it. And I have never done it before. So now it's like I want to learn and stuff. Your energy, personality, morals, the gift is what helps job to mention. Oh, thank you, Miss Taylor. I appreciate that. Everybody loves YouTube and stuff. Oh, my sister's on there. Thank you. That means so much to me. Lancey's on. Hey, sis. Hey, Trudy. How you doing? Recently moved. My desire to have been very, very low. No energy to embroider. Carol, you gotta get on that. Get on that. Just do something small. Do a small embroidery project. Just do something small. You're gonna get addicted again, Carol. But you just moved, so you're probably tired too. Because that's a lot of work moving. Because there have been times when I sometimes, me and my husband toy with the idea. We really have to decide what we're going to do, especially after we retire. Are we going to stay here or are we going to go to another state? We have played around and toyed around with some ideas of places we might want to go. But I'm going to be honest, when we really start to think about packing and moving, that's a lot of work. And sometimes after we think about that, we're like, you know what? Maybe we'll stay here, and stuff. So, it's like, let's see. Hey, Miss Banks, you are on. We're talking about you today. That I learned so much from you and stuff. Hey, Wilma, how you doing? And Lori, I really appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. Anyone know if there's anything in South Florida? Hey, Nancy, I know that the quilt show was in South Florida. I will Google and see if there is anything that's going on there. I think it was more in the Orlando area where it was. My sister's in the Miami area, so I think she's like 3 hours from Orlando and stuff. But I will keep looking. And and this is the other thing too. My sister was looking for like trying to see, is there like a shop around the Miami area where they could sell like multi-needle embroidery machines or something like that. Well, let me tell you, she kept telling me, no, there aren't any. They aren't any. And I'm like thinking to myself, how could they not be in Miami? Well, I got to tell you something. There is none. And I was just like, oh. So she recently went to Texas and she got to visit some sewing shops in Texas. And she saw the long arm quilting machines and she saw the embroidery machines. They had the PR 1055 there and stuff. And I told her, ask the price. I saw they went up in price and stuff. Everything's going up in price. So I was like, oh my God. Cause I remember I paid, it was $14.99, $14,999 for mine, for my 10 needle machine. And I got the stand with it, but I don't know if Susie threw that in because I bought my 6 needle from her, because every deal, every sewing shop does their own little thing. You just got to talk to them and see. And I got, it was the machine with the stand, 15 grand. And then when Nancy went in there, it was like 16,000, for it. And that's without the stand. So I was like, ooh, went up in price. That's pretty high, So I was like, that's not good. So I was like telling Nancy, well, maybe you need to come to Virginia, with a little minivan or something, buy it from here and then drive it back to Florida. But the other thing that she's concerned about is the support, right? Like, I have Justin that comes over every year. He visits me and he works on all my machines and stuff like that, just like he does with Miss Banks. And where is she going to get the support, where she lives? Because like, these machines are huge. They're really big. They're not exactly, it's not like the SC1900 back here where you could just pick it up, throw it in the car, and then take it to a sewing shop and then bring it back. These machines are big, they're heavy, they're bulky, and you really don't want to move them because you don't want a sensor to come off or anything like that. So it's kind of like, ooh, so yeah, so she's trying to figure all that out and stuff. But till then, she's having fun with the SC1900, she's loving that. And I don't know if you guys saw her last video. She did the baby onesie and stuff, came out really, really cute. So she's rocking it. She is rocking it and stuff. Oh, Iris says she attended one near her and stuff. Yeah, we got to keep an eye. Where did you get the baseball? Walmart, Karen, Walmart. Okay, you could buy them by the case. Look, you get them like this. And if I remember correctly, it wasn't that much. It wasn't that much. I think I paid, it was like $15, something like that. And I got, how many came in here? Shoot, I don't know. I know this was all full of baseballs. I think, it doesn't even say, 8, includes 8 baseballs. I got 8 baseballs, and I think it was like $15, something like that. And I do have a video on the channel on how to make these. These are not hard. They really are not hard. Now, they are time consuming, but I have to admit, I enjoy making them. I really do. The embroidery part is fun. You do have to take it apart, and then you do have to like re-sew it. But I like doing it. I think it's fun. I think it's a lot of fun and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, but that's where I got it. I got it from Walmart and stuff. Let me see. Love Lori's video about the blanket. I gotta watch it. I didn't see it. I gotta see Lori's video and stuff. Let me see. Going to try to do a live, but I'm really nervous about it. Nancy, get over that nervousness. And I'm telling you, what is my nervousness about doing a live, okay? and I still get it. I still get that way, okay? I think about, I'm gonna do a live, and then nobody shows up. It's just me. But then you know what I say? That's all right. I'll just talk and do my thing, because people could always watch the replay. Because the way I look at it too is not everybody can sometimes join the live when you do the live. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But you got to get over it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do your thing, and that's it, Because to me, it's fun. You get to interact with people, right? Like, I love reading the comments on the chat and stuff, saying hi to people and answering the questions and stuff. And it's an opportunity for people to really get to know you and who you are and stuff. So I love doing the lives. I like it. I look forward to all the Fridays at 8:00. The fuck happened? Oh, man. Okay, I hope you guys can see me. Sorry. Oh, did I curse? I think I cursed and stuff. Hold on 1 minute. Sorry. I think I cursed. Did you guys hear that? I am so sorry. Ugh. Sorry. I think you guys heard. Did I curse? Because I was like, sorry and stuff. I guess my girlfriend really wants to talk to me and stuff. Oh man. Okay. Okay. I will come in. Come in. Is she coming in live? You know, sometimes you got friends that are real persistent, aren't you? I thought it was an hour long. Ain't she persistent? But I love her though. She's I tell you, some friends are funny and stuff. Oh my goodness. Patty's a trip. Okay. Yeah, Nancy, don't be nervous about it and stuff. We got you. Congratulations, Crafty Puerto Rico. Yes. And I wonder where is she and stuff because she's usually on and stuff like that and everything. I'm sure she's probably busy. She, you know, it would be funny if she didn't even know she hit the 1,000 mark yet. That would be hilarious and stuff. But I hope, I know she's going to be so happy when she sees that. She's going to be like, oh, God, I did it. I got 1,000. That's like so cool and stuff. Hey, Miriam. Which makes me feel I'm right there with you. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's why we love you. Your post so sweet of you. Thanks. Once I'm confident enough, we can do a live together. Yes, then we could do a live together. I mean, no big deal. Sewing embroidery is my craft, me and my me time and my release. Yes, it makes me feel good when I finish a project, makes me proud of myself for creating something. Yes, and I feel the exact same way. I actually feel really good and stuff when I do stuff. Having looked at auditions, there are many estates sales. So much material, sorry. Thank you, Jennifer, for the tip about the needle thread. Yeah, you're very welcome. I do have a video. Marlene, I'm gonna post it out there. As a matter of fact, I am gonna put it on the Facebook because I know it's gonna help so many. That saved me. I'm telling you, it saved me because I got a feeling that's what it is. You probably bent that sucker in there, and it's not going into the E of the thing. Man, you guys tell me if you heard me cursing and stuff because I was like, you know, did I curse? Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't because I'm gonna have to put it in there that you know I did a boo-boo and stuff. I might have to you know cut it. Oh, did Mello move? Mello, what you doing, boo-boo? Oh, he's back there, see? Hey Mello. People asking about you. They're asking about you. And so he's got a little bow tie that I bought. And now I want to start making bow ties and stuff. I saw Lori has a video on how to make bow ties and stuff. But I want to do Velcro. The one that I got him got Velcro on it, which I really, really like. So I'm gonna try to see if I can mimic the way they made that one. It's so cute because you can see he's got his little bow tie and stuff. It's supposed to be in front of him, but it always goes in the back. He's got an itch. You got an itch? Oh my goodness and stuff. Let me see. Is there when you use the 60 weight thread, do you use the 90 weight bobbin thread? You know the bobbin thread that I use on my machine. Let me check. Boo boo, can I scoot over here? Can you move? Oh, okay. All right, you don't have to move. I got you. Let me see. Yes, I'm using 90 weight. I am using 90 weight thread. And the 60 weight is the top thread that I'm using, Lynette, for the small fonts and stuff. For the denim is the thread 40 for denim. Denim I have to check. I know for denim, it's you're using a 7511 sharp needle. The thread, it shouldn't, no, it should be a 40 weight, Nancy, if you're using denim. If you're embroidering on denim, you should be using a 40 weight, unless you have small fonts. Then if that's the case, then you would use a 60 weight. Okay? And stuff. And you need a sharp needle. So if you're gonna use a 60 weight, then you could use a 65.9, but it has to be sharp. Um well, you could use ballpoint. I don't think it matters much, but you know. Hey, Thomas Nelson, how you doing? Karen, um, you are a legend. I don't know if I'm a legend, but okay. What? Miss Banks YouTube channel. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she needs to get one. Miss Banks needs to get one because she got to share that knowledge. Who knows? Maybe I can talk to Miss Banks to see if I can get her on here and stuff. Um, you know, let's see. Uh-oh. Patty's on here. Look at that. Look at Patty. Like the skirt. Huh? Are you live? My baby. My girlfriend Patty's a mess. She is. I gotta go through. I don't even know what she's referring to and stuff. Hey Lakeisha, how you doing? Um, let me see. This is like the skirt. What skirt? This? This is a shirt. Oh, she did say shirt and stuff. Oh, thank you. This shirt was a gift from my neighbor. Um, my neighbor gave it. Check out the dog under my desk for ties using silk. Can I use silk? Silk for what? For a shirt? Okay, I gotta call Patty because I got a feeling if she's trying to sew something, yeah, you could use silk for a shirt. You can, yes, Patty, you can. We can see for a skirt, like the skirt. You can. All right, I gotta call her. It looks to me like Patty is going through a sewing problem here. I don't know what she is trying to say. So it looks like I better call my friend, guys, like stuff, because Patty's gonna lose it and stuff. But guys, I am going to say goodnight for this evening, and I hope you enjoyed all the information that I shared. The baby, my baby. Maybe she trying to steal my dog. I think Mello left. Mello left. So anyway, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the information that I kind of shared about embroidery. I just wanted to give you guys some ideas and stuff like that about things you could probably do. Because when you're into sewing and you're into embroidering and crafting and stuff, I think it's really neat when you kind of surround yourselves with people that have similar interests. So that way you can really learn and grow your skills and, really share everything. So, guys, I am going to call it the night because as you can see, Patty is really like populating my chat right now. So it looks like I really better call her because she's going to have a heart attack, this girl. I'm telling you, boy. Um, she's hilarious. We have been friends for like over 20 years and we drive each other nuts. Now she's saying mellow. Bye bye. Okay. I think she's just trying to get me off. I tell you, some friends can just drive you crazy. But I love her. I love her. That's like my sister, and stuff. So anyway, guys, happy 4th. Please stay safe. And enjoy your long weekend and stuff. And hey, if you guys have any topics that you guys want me to talk about on an embroidery happy hour, or you need help with anything and stuff, make sure you put that down on our Facebook page, embroidery happy hour adventures, because I can do the research and everything and stuff. So that way we can all learn together and stuff like that. So, just if you need, if you have a topic that you saw that I haven't covered yet, or you want me to cover it, or if there's like a particular project that you would like to see me do live. I don't mind doing working on a project live either, so that you guys can see how I'm doing stuff. So that way, if you have questions while I'm making something, I can demonstrate it to you guys and show you guys how I do things. I don't mind doing that either. Like I said, Friday nights at 8 o'clock is really the time that I like to spend with you guys. So, I'm up for anything. Just let me know, if you have something that you want me to give it a shot or try or talk about and stuff. I'm here for you guys, okay? So you guys have a great night. Really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Be safe. Bye.